Generals is an excellent material. Charcoal and chalk, really, really good. And it doesn't cost much, so that's why I really like it when I find stuff that is still done with quality and without costing an arm and a leg, right? And then it's made in NJ, good old NJ of A, right? Right. Everybody, this is bad things about New Jersey. When you look at the movies, all the mobster are in New Jersey, right? Like Los Angeles, this great place, right? All right. So sorry, people from Los Angeles. I didn't mean to offend you. All right. So now this chalk in here is quite wide, right? So we could use sticks, but we can also use this right here. That part in here now, that beautiful glow right here. See the glow here now, what it does, frame the face, see that? And it really magistrally, kind of very masterfully leaves a little bit of a dark value here, which now I'm going to fill in. See this part in here, a little bit darker value here, right? This is the only part that is dark. Now here, this is all the white, and I gotta stop here because that is the value. The value of the paper gives me the turning of the breast, right? And here also, but in this case here, the chalk is a little bit less opaque, right? So what we are doing here now, we are using more or less chalk to make the area more when I add a lot of chalk in here, it will become more opaque, and therefore the white will be brighter. But in here, see how that is not as bright as that, so I put less chalk in here, right? Here this got a lot, so look at this, 1, 2, 3 values. See that? Beautiful, right? Very essential, very economic, but that is lighter than the paper, that's the value of the paper, and that's darker than the paper. All right, so let's block this in quickly. So in here you really see the training, but also the efficiency in this kind of tonal study, right? How efficient he was in blocking in the essential, the dominant values, right?
So are you using a medium or a soft charcoal now?
Still hard. Still hard.
Oh, it's still hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a big difference between. So what makes it different is the type of paper you're using. If this paper here has a little bit of tooth, so it can extract more charcoal compared to a smoother paper.
Okay.
So let's see.
I think I have my tenths or me tenths, whatever that is.
Uh-huh.
That's what I was going to use.
Yeah, that sometimes, you know, if you use a plate like the white paper plate, Strathmore plate, etc., is so smooth that the charcoal sometimes kind of skids, doesn't really show, right? This is light, right? See that? 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2. Maybe this needs to be dark. I'm not gonna make it darker right here. But as you can see, the value now reveals the planes, the turning of the form, right? Beautiful shiny gown, right? There are a lot of drawings by Degas that he did as a student, and you really can tell he was classically trained, really classically trained. So look at the head, right? Even in the hair, right? Even in the hair, we have a light, medium dark, medium dark. And that makes a form turn. See that? So you don't want to go after the hair. You want to think of this as if it were an apple, smooth, and think of how the value would change on something that is smooth. Don't think hair. The hair are going to be deceiving. And see that here? Light, medium, dark. Turn. See that? Turning of the form. So here what we could do, we could leave here the parting of the hair here, right? And then I leave this highlight here, and this we're gonna block it all like this here with the lightest value of the dark value. And then I have here another value, and then here another value here, and then the darkest value here. So we try to achieve that turning of the form. Make sense? Right? So that's the thing, that when we see so many lines, they get deceiving. We tend to follow the single line, but we had to follow the discourse that the line make, the story the line tell, right? So anyway, this also is now slightly darker here, right? And clearly he pushed the value here a little bit more, right? And carved it, darken this area here, but not evenly, see that? So here, because that is a form, the gown is not even, so if we make an even shadow around here, it looks flat. But maybe the gown here is a little bit pushed down and comes up forward and back and forward and back. So dark, lighter, darker, etc. Right? All of this is now shaded, right? Here, there's a cast shadow. All of this is darker. All of this now, right? This left side of the, so again, think lighter than the paper, darker than the paper, the same as the paper. See this volume here, that's the brachioradialis, right? So then we have here all the extensor and this turn, right? Like this, so we have a darker value here, and that is the little bump of the olecranon. Meaning he did study anatomy. He did put all these forms in the right place. Darker. See how now the value come forward, right? So the paper that I have is a little bit darker than the paper he used. So the contrast of the white, maybe it's a little bit harsher, but in any case, we get the idea, right? We get the idea of how he did this, right?